I've been working with Harrison, Nigel and Chikara on doing these musical connection events online, using music to help us feel a little bit better and connect with other people.
And doesn't it show what music and the strength of spirit can do for us, for all of us, for our well-being?
It's been so revitalising and energetic to see a lot of you connect with us and see you all moving with us and enjoying the music.
We've got some fantastic musicians and singers giving up their time for you.
And music can be helpful. People can get stuck, both in their emotions and in their bodies. We are looking to give beautiful, enlivening emotional journeys.
I love the idea of listening to music with your whole body. Even our relationships are our bodies in relationship to other people.
This isn't wishy-washy new age stuff. It's got really good science behind it, and it works, and it has no side effects. I really enjoy these evenings and look forward to many more.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Wellbeing Live, Connection Through Music. This week we have another variety of show where we bring two different art forms together and understand how it helps us. Despite what Rishi Sunak says, art is not a dying form, and I think it has a place for each and every one of us. So we are excited to bring you this show. To begin with, to prove Rishi Sunak wrong at the impacts of art, we're going to do a survey to help us understand how you feel and how you might feel after the show has finished. If you're joining from Facebook, please feel free to comment below throughout the show how you feel, how each piece of music might make you feel, any emotions it may evoke, and how you might feel differently from the start to the end. Last few seconds for the survey and then we'll begin. Great, thank you very much. First, I'd like to hand over to Dr. Angela Kennedy.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Good to see you all again. We've got a really interesting evening tonight. A couple of visual artists as well as musical pieces. And my own background is one of visual arts, so this is a really exciting one for me. I'm really interested in the connections, between different kinds of creativity. What kind of creative processes link all of that together? So tonight I'd like to introduce first of all Sarah Reid. Sarah Reid has Red Rose Studios in the Eden Valley. She's an award-winning artist working mainly with pastels, and she's done this fantastic collaboration during lockdown with an acoustic singer-songwriter called Pete Moran. Sarah, welcome.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the way you work and how this came about?
Yeah, can do. I work mostly in pastels, not always, but mostly. And I draw a lot of my inspiration from the Cumbrian landscape, which, contrary to belief, isn't just the lakes. I absolutely love the Solway coast. It's got such energy about it. It's not always kind, but absolute raw beauty and amazing colour. It inspires so much of my work.
How did the collaboration with Pete come about?
Kind of by accident. It was a bit of fun, really. There was another Pete, not the same one. When we went under lockdown, he threw out a tune on his fiddle for other artists to collaborate with. And I asked him, could I play? Well, he was a bit taken aback because I don't play a single musical instrument. And I said, I don't play, I paint. So I sent him a video. And it was just so well received. People said how uplifting it felt and relaxing at the same time. So after that, I then moved on to working with Pete Moran and Julie Jarman, both of whom composed pieces of music for me. And so I listened to the music, absorbed it, and then tried to put their energy into my painting.
And we're going to see one of those pieces tonight, aren't we? So Pete's going to play whilst we watch you create a piece of art in response to that music. That's right, isn't it? It's amazing.
That's right.
So we have, Pete was unfortunately not able to be with us tonight, but he was able to give us a little bit of his time yesterday and has agreed to, talk to us on camera. So we've recorded it and we're going to play a little bit for you all now. Hi, Pete. It's such a shame you can't join us for the live event, but it's great that you are able to do this very quick interview for us to play for the audience. Can you just tell me a little bit about, you and your musical background?
Well, I mean, I've always loved music and played in bands as a teenager and things like a lot of people do. But I didn't really play much between late teens and late 30s. And then I finally sort of drifted out to start playing at a few open mics and things like that. Rootsy bands around here. I still play in one called Errant Thieves. And we, all of us individually and as a band, are sort of members of this project called the Eden Valley Artistic Network. And we sort of signed up on faith, not really knowing what it might do, but knowing that the organisers were positive thinkers and they wanted to create some good local opportunities. So that's been fantastic because we've been involved in all kinds of songwriting and other musical projects. But as much as anything, it's brought many of us who've only ever played in up close and personal with artists of lots of different kinds. And the painting and ceramics and things like that are a bit of a mystery to many of us who just do what we do. And so it's been entirely sort of mind-opening to be around people who do those other things, and very exciting and inspiring. That was how I met Sarah, of course.
Great. And from that, this amazing collaboration during lockdown, tell me a bit about that and how you approached it.
Well, I mean, I've chatted to Sarah once or twice, or I had done in the past, just about music and about art, but not really about doing anything together. But I think during the lockdown period, people were forced to reach out to each other in other ways, I guess. And Sarah was keen with her pastels to sort of join in with some of the spontaneous musical stuff that was happening online. So I was very pleased when she asked me if I would do something with her. And a little while ago, I mean, I'd seen some of Sarah's pieces and really like them because of the colour. The colour is what really appeals to me. And I'm the same way with music, because I'm not trained, I don't read music. And first and foremost, music to me is a sort of textural thing and a colour thing. And it's a sonic thing third, in a way. So that was how I found Sarah's work to be as well. It's very much colour and texture and feeling. So is that I knew that if I was going to come up with something that would give her time to paint something, it needed to be quite long and in a way probably quite backgroundy, quite dreamy, really, rather than taking over the experience. So I tried to come up with something that matched my reaction to her work, and which would also be amenable to listen to as she worked. So that was where Ebb and Flow came from. But she named the piece because I had no sense of what she would do with it.
And what do you think of the finished piece?
Yeah, it's lovely. Lovely enough that I've bought it, though I haven't collected it yet. But I am going to very soon.
One of the things is that, you know, music isn't just about feeling good. It is about parts that might be sad and allows expression of things. So I'm wondering what you think about that.
Yeah, our set in the band that we play in is packed with sad songs and songs of longing and loss and things like that, because they're, you know, such a fundamental part of being alive. But I suppose in normal life we try and dodge them a bit, and it's a good way, I think, of on your own terms connecting with those sort of, you know, raw bits or unsatisfied bits or sorrowful bits or whatever. You write a song that's quite personal and then perform it to other people. It can be very searching, and I have more than once thought, why am I doing this again? You know, what was I thinking? But eventually, you know, that's a good thing. Eventually, it's just that the path to that kind of, to integrating those feelings and things isn't always terribly easy. And I think that's true for all of us involved with music, whether you do it in your bedroom or in concert halls. That's just a fundamental part of the experience, I think, and a good one, but not routinely easy.
No, value of it not being easy outweighs it in the end, doesn't it? Because it connects you to a sense of aliveness and makes you feel more whole. It sounds like you're saying, yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Right. I mean, that's been really interesting to talk to you, Pete.
Pleasure. Thank you. I've enjoyed it
very much. Wow. And that piece is called Ebb and Flow, isn't it, Sarah? Really beautifully named, I think. One of the things that was fascinating that you told me was that Pete, because he doesn't compose, kind of read music, he composes and sees the notes in colours. And he composed it and then realized later that you had somehow interpreted his music in the colours that he had seen in his mind. And I just think that's absolutely extraordinary, and just isn't creativity and connection completely amazing. Absolutely beautiful. I really enjoyed watching that, Sarah. Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, can I just say that I was really quite surprised because I knew I only had the 6 minutes to create the piece. And so I had all my colours laid out, and I set about to try and do it, and they were all wrong. I had to put them away and get new colours out to complete the piece. And Pete later said that they were the colours he'd seen. So that was quite amazing, really. And it's such a pleasure to work with him.
Followed that intuition. It didn't feel right. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much. A first for our programme, and I think probably a first many places. Really incredible artwork there, Sarah. So thank you so much for that.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
I'd now like to introduce Penny Grennan. Penny is another artist from the north who's based in Hexham. She's a visual artist, singer, songwriter, musician. She plays often with the Cherry Pickers, although has lots of other musical collaborations as well. She's done some amazing innovative research on the significance to us of souvenirs. And I know she's taken part in lots and lots of art exhibitions and concerts. And I also know of her through her activism, and I know very passionately campaigns and works towards mitigating poverty and the climate crisis and green issues. So I'm really pleased to welcome you, Penny. And can I just say, I'm really pleased I don't have to compete to you with Scrabble, because I've heard you're rather good.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Penny.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
good evening, everybody. I'm really pleased to be here. I'm going to play live, so obviously, you know, the vagaries of Zoom, we're all at their whim, but I hope it's okay. So all of the songs that I'm going to play for you, I wrote myself. So I'll just tell you a bit about each of them, but then I'd like to talk about the process of writing them afterwards. So this song is called There's a Bird Outside My Window, and it came about because there was a bird outside my window. There's a bird outside my window, and he's singing songs to me. He's singing songs of love and loss, songs of tragedy. I said, birdie, stop your singing, you're gonna make me cry. Then I opened up my mouth and my voice began to fly, and I began to sing like a bird. I began to sing to be heard. My voice grew in volume, my lips described a song. I'm gonna sing all day long. The tune the bird was singing was harmony to me. The notes, the chords, the drilling set my poor voice free. I said, birdie, don't you stop your singing. If you do, you'll make me cry. Let us sing together we can fly. 'Cause I'm gonna sing like a bird. I'm gonna sing to be heard. I'm gonna sing the low notes, I'm gonna sing them high, I'm gonna sing to the sky. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da ba ba ba. There's a bird outside my window and he's singing songs to me, singing songs of joy and hope, songs of victory. Say, birdie, if you stop your singing, you're gonna make me cry. You're the one who made the notes and got my voice to fly. 'Cause I'm gonna sing, sing like a bird. I'm gonna sing to be heard. I'm gonna sing the low notes, I'm gonna sing 'em high, I'm gonna sing to the sky. There's a bird outside my window, there's a bird outside my window, there's a bird outside my window, and he's singing songs to me. Thank you. So, my next song is, I think, a song for our times, although it was actually written about the winter, and it's called Staying Indoors. So, which is what we're all having to do at the moment. So, when the snow is beating on my window, I draw the curtains tight. When the rain is battering the outside, I close the door and put up the light. Oh, the weather ain't gonna get me, no matter how hard it tries. I'm lying here with my baby, and the sun is shining from his eyes. The sleet, the hail, and the wild winds all happen in another place. When the pressure buzz arises, all I see is calm upon his face. For the weather ain't gonna get me, no matter how hard it tries. I'm lying here with my baby, and the sun is shining from his eyes. Weatherman, I tell you, I ain't listening. The seasons don't run from right, so I'll be keeping warm this winter. When dark turns daylight into night, our weather ain't gonna get me, no matter how hard it tries. I'm lying here with my baby, and the sun is shining from his eyes. For the weather ain't gonna get me, no matter how hard it tries. I'm lying here with my baby, and the sun is shining from his eyes. Staying in bed till the springtime, when the dawn comes I will rise, and I'll open a door upon a new year, and the sun will be shining from our eyes. For the weather ain't gonna get me, no matter how hard it tries. I'm lying here with my baby, and the sun is shining from his eyes. Yes, I'm lying here with my baby, and the sun is shining from his eyes. Thank you. I'll just have some gin. No, I'm fine, thank you. Okay, so the next song is about housework. So it's a response to the fact that I don't like doing housework and don't do it. And I wanted to write a blues jazz sort of number about it. So this is called the No Housework Song. I don't want to do any kind of cooking. I don't want to do cleaning in the night. I just want to go with my baby, 'cause my baby makes me feel alright. I don't want to do any kind of working. I don't want to do any 9 to 5. I just want to go out with my baby, 'cause my baby makes me feel alive. What am I to do if my baby leaves me? What am I to do if I'm all alone? I will pour myself a great big glass of bourbon and talk all night with my friends on the phone, 'cause I don't want to ever do the shopping. I don't want to ever get a job. If I have or haven't got a baby, I just want to be a slob. Pour me a drink, tell me that you love me, turn down the light, let me have some lust. I just want to make out with my baby, pay no heed to the dust. 'Cause when I get to heaven, I won't do no laundry. When I get to hell, I won't have no pay. Wherever that I'm going with my baby. We'll make love till Judgment Day. We'll make love till Judgment Day. We'll make love. Thank you. Well, this is a sort of romp through the catalogue. So this song, it was interesting what Pete was saying about writing hard and personal songs. So I wrote this song because I was very angry, but I wanted to make it witty. And I found it quite difficult to perform it at first, but I got over that. So it's called You Don't Count Anymore, and it was after a particularly disastrous relationship with a mathematician. Once you were my number one when our love had just begun. Now the war is lost, not won. Don't count anymore. Love by numbers was your game. The power balance stayed the same. Me and minus you in gain. Don't count anymore. I'm not happy with a fraction of your time. There doesn't seem to be any point upon the line where you can recognize me. Give me a sign that I might count at all. All I heard was incremental. Your behavior was judgmental, ultimately detrimental. Don't count anymore. So we had a mass collision, ending up in clear division. I have made the hard decision. Don't count anymore. I'm not happy with a fraction of your time. There doesn't seem to be any point upon the line where you can recognize me. Give me a sign that I might count at all. I'm not happy with a fraction fraction of your time. There doesn't seem to be any point upon the line where you can recognize me. Give me a sign that I might count at all. Once you were my number one when our love had just begun. Now the war is lost, what won? Don't count anymore. Love by numbers was your game. The power balance stayed the same. Me and minus you and gain. Don't count anymore. I'm not happy with a fraction of your time. There doesn't seem to be any point upon the line where you can recognize me. Give me a sign that I might count at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't count anymore. Sorry, change of instrument. I must keep diving off screen. It must look a bit peculiar. Anyway, so this is my last song. And this song was written about 2 sheepdogs. So I was up in Cumbria, and I was at a farm, and I met these 2 sheepdogs, and they were called, one was called Beck and the other was called Tarn. And for those of you who are not from Cumbria or Northumberland, Beck is a small stream and a tarn is a small lake. So these sheepdogs were called the Beck and Tarn. So I've written this song called The Beck and Tarn Boys. Hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey. Oh, sorry. Yep. Hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, running for the sky. Hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, wishing they could fly. They work all day, they sleep at night, one eye open for the light, twitching, sighing, mewling, crying, one eye open for the light. Hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, running for the sky. They race, they swerve, direct the pack, send those stragglers running back, slipping, tripping, ankles nipping, send those stragglers running back. Hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, wishing they could fly. When you see a foam of biddies pouring through the land, be sure the Beck and Tarn boys will be close at hand. They're like a pair of bandits going on a raid. When they catch their quarry, be sure they're not afraid, 'cause it's hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, running for the sky. They dream of conquest, falls asleep, running onwards with the sheep, out pacing, out chasing, running rings around the sheep. Hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, wishing they could fly. Full of drive and certainty, what can their motives be? Running, running, running free, out in the wild country. Hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, running for the sky. Hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, hey, hey, the Beck and Tarn boys, wishing they could fly. Thank you. Thank you. So I'd just like to say a little bit, because I'm really interested in these programs and about how music makes one feel. And it's huge. I think it's hugely powerful and hugely affecting. But I just wanted to say something about the process of writing songs, because obviously, a bit like Peter was saying earlier, for me, it's a way of articulating things in a way that I wouldn't normally do it. So sometimes I set myself a plan. So I always write when I'm walking, unless they're comedy songs. I do comedy songs at the kitchen table. But there's something about the physical process of walking and getting into a rhythm. And quite often I'll just start something off and something will happen. So it might be a note or some words, or when I was writing the Beck and Tarn Boys, it basically came out all in one go. It was nearly complete by the time I got home. So although smartphones are ghastly, they're better than phoning up your landline and recording yourself on your landline answering service, which is what I used to have to do with my old mobile phone. But then the other thing that's interesting about it is that there's always a bit of me in every song. So even if I'm given a song to write, there's always something of me in it. And when I wrote There's a Bird Outside My Window, what I was actually drawing on without realizing it was that when I was about 20, I supported a singer-songwriter called John Renbourn, and I completely messed it up in the most monumental way. And these days I would say, oh, whoops, never mind. But as a result of that, I didn't sing for 25 years. And so I wanted to, I was desperate to, but my throat would just constrict and it was awful. And I realized that A Bird Outside My Window, which is all about giving me the permission to sing, was about all that. So I just wanted to say something about the process of writing a song, not in terms of how I do it, but actually how it articulates things quite often that we don't know we want to articulate. So thank you for listening to me.
Oh. Penny, that was so well said. And it is inspirational because you have made everybody have the freedom to sing. And we all have all our emotions to sing, don't we? The highs and the lows. And for me, this fantastic program was all about ebb and flow and creativity. It was all there, so beautifully done in the way that you put all your PhD in souvenirs and your activism, as Angela was talking about. I mean, it is inspirational, and I'm so glad you are singing after 20 years or so of a break. Fantastic, and that can help all of us out. And I'd love to hear, Nigel, what the ebb and flow of this musical evening tonight was from the X System point of view.
Thank you. I think you probably hear me now. Paris, could you put the analysis up, please? Be great. It's coming now. And just to explain, this is a technology. That sounds a bit scary. What is the technology doing in relation to emotions and creativity? We developed it because we wanted to try, when using music in things like medicine and care, we wanted to be able to see as far as we could to predict what feelings, what emotions the music might be able to create and generate. And so those color circles are the emotions, and the top of the circle is being really excited and the bottom is being very calm. As you can see, today's trajectory comes from a medium high point down to a medium low point and back up again. And starting off with ebb and flow. Interesting that that comes up with such high energy. Because when you think about it, that very relaxing music, on guitar has a calm, relaxing quality, yet it has a lot of energy in it. I think that's what's put it up there in the physiological arousal area. In Peter's playing is really well articulated. I can say this as he's not listening. So he's really good articulator as a guitarist with a lot of energy in every note. And that's what comes out here. And wonderful painting. Sarah, that's beautiful. I'm also a lover of the Solway Firth. I observe it from the other side. I have family in the mouth of the River Nith, which goes into the Solway Firth on the north side. And so I'm very familiar with those colors and those wonderful spreads of you know, reflections and luminosity, which the Solway Firth has. So there we are. Then we come down for the first of Penny's songs, There's a Bird Outside My Window, incidentally in the same key as the first one, in A. And this going down in energy a little bit. And by the way, going down in energy is not a bad thing. I think it's probably a very good thing to have a song like that. Clearly now that I understand its meaning, to be sitting there, you know, in the middle, not far into the low energy category, but near enough to be touching higher energy. And in the middle of our emotions, saying we're going to sit there for this time being. And I'm sorry to hear that story. I knew actually taught John Renbourn at one stage, and I think he would be very upset to know. And, don't tell him. And I'm glad that it's all over. So there we are, staying indoors. There's a bird outside my window. Then still going downwards a little bit in energy of staying indoors, a lower kind of level of energy, only slightly. It's a small change, as it is down to No Housework song. And there again, this is a song that actually has quite a bit of energy in it, but there's no instrumental accompaniment. And it's also asking us not only to have a bit of rhythm and have a blues, but also kind of to be laid back in the song. So we see that there. Interestingly, blues structures in Penny's songs the whole time. Really beautiful. I love the way that you use the blues. Even in There's a Bird Outside My Window is an 8-bar blues. It's really, really nice, the way that you use those notes. So the No Housework song, which I completely agree with, and Let's Make Love Not Housework, it seems to me to be a wonderful message. Then You Don't Count Anymore is at roughly the same level, even though it's a slightly angrier song. I guess Housework is slightly angry. This is angry, but it sits at a well-processed place in emotion. And then comes up again to do for the Beck and Tarn boys, comes up to a much higher level of energy in this kind of more insistent kind of song. There again, coming back to A minor, wonderful curve of keys. A major, G minor, E major, A minor. This doesn't mean much to everybody. To a musician, it means a lot to have to be taken on that kind of elegant journey. And congratulations on all the instruments, because you have obviously the banjo, have the ukulele. And was that a cigar box 4-string guitar? No, just another ukulele.
Just another ukulele.
Yeah, it's funny. So it sounds so resonant. There is, as you probably know, there's there is a 4-string guitar that was, it used to be called by Americans a cigar box guitar, but it's that little bit more deeper resonance than the ukulele. So I thought you might have been playing. I couldn't see where your fingers were, so I didn't see. Anyway, beautifully played all of it. What a wonderful evening, and what an absolutely great shape. Look at that, you know, coming down step by step. A lovely serendipity that the first Pete's thing is so much in line with your music, even the same key, and then it comes down and comes up again towards the end. So wonderful evening. Thank you very, very, very much for a beautiful, reflective, human music evening. And thank you for talking about composition and all of those things. A very important thing to remember. Sometimes music says the things that we are not aware that we're saying. It says the things that we'd like to say and don't want to say. And we can through music. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Penny. And I'm reminded of what Sarah said as well about playing. And there's something, creativity is very like playing. There's a freedom to it. And I'm always kind of amazed by people who create something who say it's just a technical process or it's just art for art's sake and there's nothing in themselves in it. And I think that denial probably says an awful lot in itself. Because for me, that it's always a personal process, and there's lots of theories of creativity, but the one that I like the best places it as akin to a bit like free association, which is a playful process where you let go of your inhibitions and just allow things to connect that maybe you weren't aware of before. And certainly when I've created, sometimes you have to just let go of the struggle to produce something and it kind of happens underneath without you thinking. And there's a place beyond words where then sometimes the words or the music or the ideas will emerge from. For me personally, that I like that better than the finished product. It's tormenting it, but then look what comes out. Where did that come from? It's just a fabulous place to find yourself and explore yourself. And I think that's why culture has such an important place. The arts connect us with our basic humanity and who we are. It helps us to process difficult things, and without it, we are lost. We are less than our full selves, and we are less of a community if we allow our creative processes to die and wither. And so on that note, I think that's it from me this week. See you all next time, and let's fill in the questionnaire before you go. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye.